Welcome everyone. My name is Lisa, and today we are talking about inflammation and your body. So those of you listening via the Fit Freedom podcast, I will put the link to this webinar in the show notes so that if you want to see these slides too, which I do highly recommend, that you can get the webinar that way. So today we're going to talk all about inflammation. Do you have it? What is it? And how to get rid of it. So first off, we're just going to start with what is inflammation. So inflammation is a vital part of the immune system's response to injury and infection. It is the body's way of signaling the immune system to heal and repair damaged tissue, as well as to defend itself against foreign invaders like viruses and bacteria. So 60% of American adults have a chronic disease and 40% have two or more. So what that means is a chronic disease is something that is going to cause inflammation in your body because it's something that your body continually thinks it has to fight against. 50 million Americans have an autoimmune disease, and almost half of the American population has prediabetes or diabetes. So this is huge, and a lot of these things, prediabetes, diabetes, some of the chronic diseases, some of the autoimmune diseases, they can be treated and or prevented by food that you eat and trying to minimize inflammation in your body. So why is this happening? There is one underlying commonality between all of these health problems, like I just said, and every one of them is inflammatory in nature. So inflammation is at the root of most diseases. So if we talk about mainstream medicine, they typically only do one option, and truly it really isn't their fault. That is what doctors are there for. They are there to treat the disease that you have. They're not really there to help prevent diseases. So the only option typically given by mainstream medicine is pharmaceutical drugs, which are great when you need them, but in a lot of cases, we can treat our symptoms with food, with exercise, with supplements, instead of just automatically assuming we all need to take pharmaceuticals. So 81% of Americans are on at least one medication a day, but are these drugs fixing anything? So if you think about that, they're not fixing anything, these pharmaceuticals that you're on. They're just like masking or band-aiding the symptoms that you have. So why don't we just get to the root of the symptoms, figure out what it is that's causing the inflammation, and then stop doing those things? So we spend more money than any other country on medicine, yet we have a lower life expectancy, more obesity, and a higher maternal and infant death rate than any of the other industrialized countries. So prescription drugs are now said to kill more people than heroin and cocaine combined. And this is actually an actual study that was done. And there's just very little healthcare in mainstream medicine today. It's more disease management and sick care. So now let's turn sick care into well care. And I'm not knocking doctors or Western medicine because it's definitely needed. It's definitely there when people have trauma or when there is a very bad disease, cancer, things of that nature that need to be controlled. But when it's things like you have prediabetes, or when it's things like you have inflammation in your gut that is going to lead to something else, then instead of taking a drug, why don't you look first instead of how you can change your lifestyle before you just automatically assume I'm going to pop a pill and it'll put a Band-Aid on the problem, but you're not really fixing the problem because you're just Band-Aiding it, masking it until something else inflames or something else happens within your body, and then you've got two issues to deal with. So we are going to talk about how to know if you have inflammation. So if you get bloated after eating is a sign. If you have joint or muscle pain when waking up or after prolonged sitting can be a sign. Memory issues can be a sign. And if you have digestive issues after eating. So these are all some signs of how to know if you have inflammation. So if you answered yes to any of these questions, then you probably have an inflammation issue. But don't worry, you can fix and or eliminate the issue by what you are eating. So there's 4 things to do to fight inflammation. One is exercise, 2 is nutrition, 3 is mindset, and 4 is supplements. So we're going to go into each of these areas so you can get an idea of what you can start to do today to fight inflammation that's in your body. So the first one we're going to touch on is nutrition. So foods that fight inflammation are going to be fatty fish like salmon, tuna, sardines, olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil, high fiber veggies like leafy greens and in the cabbage families, and then fermented veggies and drinks. So with high fiber veggies like leafy greens and cabbage, that's going to be things like kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, things like that. And then the fermented veggies and drinks, that's going to be like sauerkraut would be a fermented veggie. And then the drinks would be like kombucha. Just be careful though, because typically store-bought kombucha has a ton of sugar in it, and you kind of want to stay away from all the sugar. So I would say, like, if you're going to buy kombucha over the counter versus making your own, try to find one that has less than 20 grams of sugar in it. It would be best if you could make your own. You just need to get like a starter SCOBY, and you can get that from a friend who's making one. You can buy them. It's super easy to make your own kombucha. That way you can kind of control the sugar and the flavor that's in it as well. All right, so foods that cause inflammation. This is all stuff you guys probably already know, but it is dairy, gluten or grains, caffeine, alcohol, sugars, and certain oils. So again, it's not saying these foods are bad or you can't ever eat them at all. It's just saying that these are the most common foods that cause inflammation. And it doesn't mean it causes inflammation in everybody, but these are some of the foods that can trigger inflammation. So some people also have issues with beans, nuts and seeds, and nightshades. So nightshades are going to be like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant. All right, so we're going to move on to exercise. So exercise can help fight inflammation, and it can do that because you're moving your body. You're kind of like processing through things. So like when you exercise and move your body, you're sweating, you're moving your limbs. So it's like flushing things through. It also helps with heart disease because if you're doing cardio, then you're getting like your heart stronger, the blood is pumping, your lungs have to learn how to intake that oxygen more. Your heart also has to learn how to recover quicker. So it's great for that. Exercise helps you feel in control of your body and of your situation. So it's great for mindset or your mental attitude. Exercise also enhances the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, so which helps boost memory and overall cognitive function. That's why as we get older, it is so important to continue to exercise no matter what you do, whether you're walking, you're lifting weights, you're doing yoga, you're taking Tai Chi, you're maybe taking like a class designed for, you know, active older adults. You need to continue to move your body as you get older. All right, mindset. So with this, you really want to focus on positivity. You want to start a gratitude journal and just write down every day 3 things that you're grateful for. And it really, truly will make a difference in your life as to how you feel and how you perceive the world. And then pray or meditate daily. And then what the body believes or what the mind believes, the body achieves or receives. This is so true. Because if you believe that you are sick, if you believe you can't do anything, then that's what you'll be. You're not going to be able to do anything. But if you truly believe that, like, I can work out, I can eat healthy, I can feel really good, then that is what you put out in the universe. That's what you put out there. That's what you will start to do. Because if you believe that you can eat healthy, all of a sudden you're going to choose a healthy option instead of like the fast food Big Mac. You'll choose, you know, maybe just a regular hamburger instead. So really focusing on believing the truth, focusing on positivity, focusing on being grateful for what you have, that will really help you overcome a lot of obstacles and just have a healthier, happier life. All right, we will move on to supplements. So here's a few supplements that can help with inflammation. Now this is just a short list. It's not everything. I just kind of picked the top things. So probiotics help with gut health. Resveratrol decreases inflammation in the pathways. Glucosamine is great for joint relief. So if you have a lot of joint pain, that is definitely one you want to check out. L-glutamine supports healing of the gut lining. So if you have a lot of digestive issues, if you have a lot of inflammation in your gut, that is definitely something you want to put into your supplements. Digestive enzymes, that supports digestion. So digestive enzymes is really great for helping your body break down the food and making sure that your body can break everything down so that you can get all the nutrients from it. So an example of why you would use this would be like, say you have a slight sensitivity to dairy and you decide you want some ice cream. You would take a digestive enzyme to help break that food down. Because what happens when you have a sensitivity is it's really hard for your body to break that food down because your body thinks it's like a disease that it needs to fight. Instead of just regular food it needs to break down. So it focuses on trying to fight it instead of breaking the food down. So that digestive enzyme will help with that. And then magnesium. Magnesium supports brain receptors for learning and memory function. Magnesium is also great for muscle. So if you have a lot of tight muscles or if you're sore after workouts, magnesium helps with that. Magnesium also helps with sleeping. So it's a great one to take at night before bed. And again, you don't need all of these. I would recommend starting with a multivitamin and then add a booster as needed. Okay, so let's change healthcare into well-care. Let's stop always putting a Band-Aid on our issues and really start taking control of our health. So how can we do that? We really want everyone to live a life of energy, meaning, purpose. So we are going to talk a little bit more now about some supplements and how they can help you with your inflammation. So there was a landmark health study that was done probably in the early 2000s, and it was a 20-year study that was done to see if people that took multivitamins were healthier than the healthiest population, which is Loma Linda, California, in a blue zone area. And after this 20-year study, they found that the people that took the supplements from Shaklee were the healthiest people, even healthier than the healthiest people on the planet in Loma Linda, California, which is quite amazing. So multivitamins have been proven by people, they've been proven by science that they do work to help reduce inflammation, help you to feel better, help you to be healthy and live a longer life. And it starts with just this simple challenge of what's called the Pruvit challenge. And why do we want to start with this when we're talking about inflammation? Because if you are inflamed, we need to figure out what is causing that inflammation. And with the Pruvit challenge, you start with a 7-day healthy cleanse. No, it's not a poop cleanse. That is something I would never, ever recommend to anybody. This 7-day cleanse really focuses on getting rid of all the toxins in your body, really like cleaning out, opening up the cells so that it's ready to take in all of these multivitamins that you'll be taking. With the 7-day cleanse, you are also focusing on an anti-inflammatory diet for 7 days. So you're not going to be eating a lot of foods that cause inflammation. That way you can see what it feels like to not eat those foods. So when you start adding them back into your diet one by one, you can figure out what is causing the inflammation, if any of them are. Like, for example, for some people, dairy is an issue. For others, it's gluten. For some people, red meat is an issue. For some people, sugar is an issue. Everybody is different and everyone's going to feel differently. So depending on how you feel and what your trigger is for your inflammation, this will help figure that out for you. So then you're going to go ahead and take what's called Vitalizer. It is a strip of vitamins. You take those every day. So that will give you your omega-3 fatty acids. It will give you multivitamin. It will give you a vitamin B/C for some extra energy, and the probiotic that we talked about before to help with bloat and gut health. You also get 2 canisters of protein powder. And why is this so important? So one is not enough people get protein in their diet. In order to feel like full, in order to feel satisfied, you do need protein in your diet. A lot of people, especially females, tend to eat a crap ton of carbs. We just like load up on like loaves of bread because that makes us feel good. And that's a whole other topic of emotional eating. But you do need protein in your diet in order to help you build muscle and lose fat. So if you are trying to lose weight, you need to add protein into your diet. Now, you don't need to add like 500 grams. That's not what I would recommend. But I do recommend starting your day off with a protein shake for breakfast. Now, these are not meal replacements. You do need to add like some fruit to them and blend them up in a blender. I give you all sorts of recipes you can use with them. But if you start your day off with this, you're starting your day off with 20 grams of protein. You're starting your day off with a pre-probiotic, which is helping the probiotic that you are taking in your vitamin strip. You're also getting in some extra fiber, some extra vitamins and minerals to really help your day just get it started on the right foot. Studies have shown people that eat a very nutritious breakfast choose to eat healthier foods throughout the course of the day versus people who eat an unhealthy breakfast or people that eat no breakfast at all. So I highly recommend having your shake for breakfast because it's super quick and easy anyways. You can drink it at work, on the way to work, or even before you get the kids up. So it's just a 30-day challenge, and you will be amazed at how you feel. You're going to feel healthier, more energized, more focused, and ready for anything. So ready to take it to the next step and really continue on with your health journey. So if you're willing to accept the Pruvit challenge, day 1 through 7, you just do the healthy cleanse and you follow the recipes I give you. Day 8 through 30, you're going to take your shake and your vitamins, and you're going to follow the meal guide that I give you. So for 7 days, it's a little bit stricter because we're removing a lot of those inflammatory foods. And on day 8 through 30, we'll add some of them back in so that you can find out which ones might cause issues with you. So if you are ready to accept this challenge, we're just going to go through really quick, kind of a little bit about it. So why the cleanse? It's there to reset your system to jumpstart your health goals. The study has been shown that the cleanse improves focus and energy, enhances mood and sleep quality, supports detox and healthy digestion, and it jumpstarts weight loss and reduces cravings. I know for my clients that have used it, the average weight loss was around 5 to 7 pounds in using the cleanse, and the inches were actually a lot more than 1.62. The inches in 30 days were closer to 8 to 10 inches, which is awesome. So why the Vitalizer vitamins? So you need this because so many of us don't get all of the nutrients that we need, and that's due to the food supply. So the food supply has depleted over the years, and there's really nothing we can do about it. Soil has been depleted. You know, a lot of chemicals are placed into the food supply to try to create longer shelf life, to try to make more of it quicker. And so if we can just get in a really good multivitamin in us, it will really help in getting all those nutrients in that we need. It cuts down on sickness, and it does make you feel just overall really good. And Vitalizer is not made of chemicals. So it is non-GMO, it's organic. Shaklee has been around for over 50 years, so it is proven effective. And it is loaded with, I know on the podcast you guys can't see this, so I highly recommend checking out the slides. But this is a picture of the foods that are in the vitamin strip. So it's not chemically produced, it is made from food. So example, there's 7 oranges in it for the vitamin C, 8 cups of milk for the vitamin D, you know, a cup of broccoli for the vitamin K. So you're really getting a ton of like food in that multivitamin. So the Life Shake, we already talked about this, but again, it's just a fantastic way to get an easy breakfast in. I even use it sometimes if I haven't prepared, you know, a lunch, or if I'm running around, running errands and things like that, I will, you know, use it for that too. So the Life Shake also has leucine in it. So if you are looking to lose weight, that is a supplement you do want in your protein powder. It is an amino acid, and it's for preserving muscle mass, helping to burn fat. It improves your metabolism, and it reduces cravings. So you do want to make sure that you have that in your protein powder. So if you are interested at all in reducing your inflammation, in checking out this Pruvit challenge, then click the link below, get in contact with me so we can chat about if this is going to be a good idea for you or not, or maybe you need to go a different path and try something else, and I can help you with that as well. So thanks so much for watching today or for listening on the Fit Freedom podcast. And I hope that you have learned a ton about inflammation, and I really want to help and support you. I have gone through this with a lot of clients in the last 3 or 4 years, really helping them reduce inflammation, and I would love nothing more than to help you. So make sure to reach out if you are ready to reduce that inflammation and gain control of your life. See you all later.